Hey guys, how you doing? It's chow time with Sammy and Peter Pan. Hey guys, hope you guys are having a great week. We're doing awesome over here, and we want to show you a nice recipe. As you know, I cook things that you can make and share with your dog. Now, I'm not a vet, but when I'm cooking all the meals, and today we're going to make these awesome cookies, they are vet approved for my dog, Peter. Peter has epilepsy and heart issues, so he has sensitivities, like all dogs have sensitivities. So before you cook any of my meals and any of our recipes, you want to talk to your vet first and get vet approved so that you can enjoy and all the fun and the meals that we make. So you can Google me. My name's Sammy. As I said, this is Peter Pan. He's my co-star. He's my main guy. I love him so much. We adopted him from the rescue. We're all about rescue and just helping out everybody. And we love to cook. There's something about cooking that just puts me in a good mood. I used to always do it with my family, and now I keep the same traditions. I'm from New Jersey, and we love pretzels. Pretty much, I think if you talk to anybody on the East Coast, we have kind of a pretzel obsession. They have pretzels in New York City, in Boston. When I was in Florida, we had pretzels. We really, really love chewy pretzels, and it's really fun when you can make them yourself. So I have a great recipe here. You always need a mixing bowl. Mixing bowls are our friends. And I'm going to use 2 cups of unbleached wheat flour. I've also used whole wheat, comes out just as lovely. But today we're using the unbleached wheat flour. Unbleached wheat flour, unbleached white flour means it hasn't been put through a lot of processes. So it's like less processed. See? So there. Our flour. Now, I used applesauce. And you're like, what? Applesauce and pretzels? Well, we like our pretzels a little bit sweet. And Peter really loves the applesauce. And you know what our vet said? Our vet said, an apple a day keeps the vet away. Or the doctor. They're good for human beings. These are really, really tasty. Now, I'm using oats. Oats are going to make it nice and chewy, and just, I really love the texture of oats when I bake. I'm really a big oat fan. So, as you see, I put the dry in first. This is another dry. I did add the applesauce, which is wet, but it's like a thick wet. Now, we want to keep it together. We're going to use an egg. These are the best eggs I could get. They weren't from Victor's Farm. There's a place called Victor's Farm around us, but they are from chickens that have some space. They're cage-free, and they're fed pretty good stuff. So we like to support our local farmers. And if we can't, we'll get the cage-free. Now, we're going to just give this a little zhuzh. With this guy, right, Pete? Just kind of mixing this. As you can see, I have to get clear bowls, but this is really cool. It's like amazing how this comes together. You know, there's something about baking that's scientific, because it's not like a stew where you can kind of just throw things in the crock pot. With baking, since it does have to heat, you do need to follow the directions. So, you know, the 2 to 1 cup here that we put in is good. It already starts to smell delicious because of the applesauce. Now, something I use in a lot is cinnamon. I love cinnamon. This is a big one because we use a lot. And cinnamon adds this wonderful, almost kind of, Pete loves it. It's almost like it adds a sweetness without adding a sweetness. I'm really heavy-handed with the cinnamon because, once the cinnamon starts baking, man, it's just like amazing. If you guys want to follow us, it's about a half teaspoon. If you guys want to follow us, you can find me on Google. Just Google Sammy Larson. Peter Pan also, he has his own Instagram because he has fans, especially since he has epilepsy. Now, there's something really, really magical and fun that happens with these pretzels because, you know, the traditional pretzel shape, it's kind of like a couple hearts. Well, when you make this yourself, the beauty is you can make your own shapes. So this little ball is going to start to form. I'm going to really start to use my hands a bit. But as you can see, it literally starts coming together pretty well, pretty fast. And I'm just using a spoon. Sometimes I use my hands. Right now I'm just using a spoon because I kind of want to show you guys how to do these different shapes that come out really, really cool. It's amazing. It's like almost in a ball already. So now with these guys, I'm going to show you these fun shapes that I make. And they're not always the traditional pretzel. Right, Pete? Oh, he just loves being with his mama. So these work super awesome. I love this guy. This is a rolling pin. You can use it for a lot of stuff. You can clock someone too. But we won't do that. Now, this is a Big Daddy. This is a Big Daddy. Boop. You can use this for carve up turkey, it's so big. Now, I'm very clean. I love to stay clean. So what I do when I'm baking is I just put a little bit of flour on the side so I don't have to keep running and getting the flour and dipping my hands in it and have a big mess. I like to keep things tidy. It's just part of my personality. And you can ask my husband, that's very true. I like to do this, and then we're gonna put just a little bit, not a lot because this is not terribly sticky. Not terribly sticky. This is really awesome. Now, also, I want to let you guys know that I already took my coconut oils, just any coconut oil will do, and that's what I line the pan with for the oven. We're going to heat them at 375, and they don't take long. It's about 15 minutes. So here's our beautiful bowl of dough. Just making sure it's together. How you doing, Boo Boo Bear? Isn't he cute? This is a human. It's a baby Bjorn. It's human. Oh, he's licking Mama's flesh. All right, that's okay. So, see the size of this ball? Pretty good. Now sometimes I'll just judge it down with my hand like this. You get your rolling pin. And remember I said I keep a little of this on the side because I like to keep things kind of tidy as much as I can. This makes seriously like 30 pretzels. I'm going to show you guys a couple of these really cool different shapes. As you can see, it's not sticking. Pretty good. And I think it's fun when you can really make your own, give things your own twist. It smells so good, you guys, like the applesauce and the cinnamon. Just, it's like holidays, but it's also just kind of, you could really, like this scent is really kind of good all year long. Now, this is a pastry cutter, but you could really use a knife or, whatever you have. Now, this is about 1/4 inch thick. They're gonna shrink a little bit when they cook, but I like to make them all different kind of shapes and sizes, because it's more fun that way. So, I'm gonna to show you guys. This is pretty cool. When you pick it up, this is wild. It's wild. See? See this guy? So I'm gonna put him like here. I'm gonna move some of this other dough here, like this. Just to switch over. Get a little bit more flour. And what you wanna do, see how it's like this long tube? I'm going to break it in half, and I'm just gonna roll it. This I use my hands. You can make it the thickness of, say, like a pencil. Kind of, once you start making them, you'll see the thickness that you like. When I do these pretzels, sometimes I'll make them flat like ribbons, sometimes I'll make them round, but now, I'm gonna move this here so you can really see the magic. I'm gonna get back here and peek. So, this is the cool part. Oops, that little guy broke. Now, this guy over. See how I have this little guy? Oops, I'm just gonna stick him on like this. To make the pretzel shape, oh, I have Pete's all in the dough. It's okay. Let's just get a little bit more. Just get a little bit more flour on here. There we go. All right, just a little. What I'm gonna do. So, hey guys, so I just pinched off a little, probably a little bit less than half of this ball, so I can really show you how easy and fun it is to make these different shapes. I'm just kind of gonna roll this guy out a bit. It sticks a little, but nothing you can't handle. But I want to show you guys how easy and fun it is. And these crazy shapes, like you can make hearts, X's, O's, pretzel shapes. You can make initials. That's the beauty of this. Now this is a pastry cutter. You could have used a pizza cutter. I'm from New Jersey. I have a bunch of pizza cutters. But this is actually a pastry cutter, and it's just a little bit smaller than a pizza cutter. So what I do to start is I just do down little cuts like this and kind of make, if you want to say, strips. A little bit more powder on my hands. Boom. So, I'll show you guys. This is really cool. So you pick this up. Boom. Here's your strip. Now, I'm pulling it out a little bit, and I'm gonna give it a little roll. Oh, let me turn this guy like this. This will be a little bit easier for you guys to see. I'm going to just roll it out a bit. Doesn't really take much. Now, this is where the real magic and fun comes in. Because look, can you guys see this U? Yes, you can. This is a U. This is pretty much the beginning of a pretzel. Now, you fold it in like this. You see? You fold it in. Now this is like a little chunky pretzel. But, ta-da! See how cute? Now, sometimes I get really crazy and I'll do like a really thick, kind of like a ribbony pretzel, which I really like because, you know, you're making these for you and your family and you want to have fun with that. You don't want to be stressed out cooking. I don't do cooking to stress out. I do cooking because I enjoy it and I have fun. And this way, you know what? This guy, I'm going to make a little circle. Now, if it was holiday season, this could be a little wreath, or this could also be like an infinity circle that you can use all the time. Now, I look, my hands are so good. But see, it's just a little circle. Super cute. Now, we have, hold on, let me just give a little rinse to my hands. This is a real working kitchen. Oops, sorry, Pete. There we go. okay, what happened to Mommy's thing? What? Oh, there we go. All right. I love these little kitchen rags, I call them. I used to work at an Italian place in New Jersey, and it's called D'Angelo's Farms. And the lady that owned it was awesome, and she used to call these mopines. These little rags she used to call mopines, and we had them all over the store. As far as, what did we sell there? It was like trees and bushes and soils and plants and stuff like that. So, Pete's licking his mom. So, here, let me put a little bit of this on. Hope you guys are doing good out there and you try this. And then Google me and let me know what shapes you did. So this is kind of like a ribbony one. Just gonna give him a little bit of a roll. 6 inches is kind of like the length I'm going for, in the sense of like a regular traditional little cute pretzel. You see, there's the U. He wants to eat it because it's good, believe me. There you go. Then, remember, we go one little turn in and one little turn in. Oh, look, it's a baby pretzel. Oh, it's a baby pretzel for you. What do you think, Pete? Oh, look, this is cute. Now, you might be thinking, oh, lady, this looks a little thick. But when they cook, they do shrink. They shrink up. And they're nice. This one I'll do a bigger pretzel. I made this Valentine's Day for my hubby. I made a batch of these, and you know what I did? I made X's and O's. Look at Pete. He's like half out. Pete, are you trying to lie down? Come on in. Whoop. Hold on. There we go. So the X's and O's came out really, really cute, you guys. Now this is a longer one. This will literally make like a lot of pretzels. This is a longer one. This will be like a more traditional-ish kind of guy. This dough is so easy to manipulate. Okay, so here's our U. U could be a horseshoe. Haha. If you didn't want to do the twists and turns, that could literally be a horseshoe. So there's the twist. See, guys? This guy looks nice. He looks a little bit more traditional here. You can see. It's cute. Kind of like a ribbon as well. Let's do an X. It's easy. It's easy and it's fun. So just kind of, you know, you can manipulate this pretty easily. No, you know what? I'm going to make this one a circle. You know why? I like that it's kind of flat and thin. This is going to be an O for one of the X's and O's. And then this guy I'm going to make into an X. Now, the only problem with these is once you cook them, your whole family's going to want to eat them up. And then you're not going to get to chop them. Because that's always what happens in my house. You know, like I'll buy my husband cookies and I'll buy Peter some treats too. But when I make the homemade ones, that's the ones they want. And it's really good for, you know, like I said, you ask your vet, because all dogs have different sensitivities. But you can ask your vet, you could find the treat that your dog likes, and if your vet allows you to make this, then you're in, right? This is gonna be, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys something. I made this fun little kind of, it's kind of like a ribbon. I did this thing we did a benefit for my mom. It wasn't really a benefit, it was kind of like, I like to do these little ribbons because we did an event for organ donors, and my husband did it's green. It was like for the Kidney Foundation. So this kind of, I made these. There. All right, guys. We got this little piece here left over. I think this one will just do the traditional pretzel shape. And So I'm gonna set this here. 375, you preheat. I'm gonna use my little toaster. I love using this little toaster because then the whole house doesn't have to get hot from the oven. But a lot of times I use the oven too. So you set your little timer there. Now, this guy, he's gonna be a traditional pretzel. Like this, boom. Like this, boom. Oh, it's cute. It's nice. Okay. Here you go. Now, we're gonna put these in the oven on the coconut lined foil, and we're gonna check them in about 15 to 17 minutes, and they should be golden brown and ready. Mmm, they're so good. Look at this cute little shape. Now this was kind of like a ribbony shape. It was just like on the thicker side, and I really love the way it came out. Oh, and I made these little twists, kind of like, and I made these little twists, guys. They're just like when you get the sweet pretzels and they kind of braid them like a little twist. Isn't that cute? He loves the twist. Now, the awesome thing with these is, they're so good. Here's a little piece of the braid. So, I know you guys are totally gonna want to try these at home. This is Sammy, and this is my co-star, Peter Pan. Google us, ask us any questions, check it out with your vet. I hope he gives you the okay, because it's so fun to make this. And we'll see you again next week. Have a great rest of your day on Chow Time with Sammy and Peter Pan.